Oh, hey, TikTok, there you are. So, what is up with the youngest kid? I guess, what are they, alphas? Okay, well, no, not her. What is she? I don't even know what generation. I guess it doesn't matter. Here's the thing. She's the youngest out of three. She was always the one that, the wild child, right? She's so wild. But let me tell you how wild this girl was. She was the one that if you would hold, she, as a toddler, would climb up your back. Like one of those dogs or a cat, that's what it is, a cat. So she would climb up your back and around trying to get away from you. You could not hold her. No. In fact, I took her to the park one time and she was just all over the place and it was rough with her, right? The other ones were a lot calmer. So my friend suggested that I get a leash, to put around her, to kind of keep her. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it went around like a harness and a leash. So I did that. I bought one. And I figured the next time we go somewhere where, like a park or whatever, I'm going to use this leash. I did. Don't you go for me. You know. But I did. I did. We went to Michigan Adventure. And she was probably, I'm going to say she was 1 or 2. She was probably 2 at the walking age. She didn't want to stay in her stroller. I was trying to hold her. She wouldn't let me hold her. Her dad was trying to hold her. Yeah, Brandon couldn't hold her. She was still doing the whole crawling up the... I'm like, all right, let's pull out the leash. Let me tell you, the looks that I got putting, having her on a leash and trying to walk her. That was horrible. We were getting judged. We were. So, we were, but you know how those little poodle dogs, or any dog really, runs around in circles while you're holding this leash? She did that. She did. Ran around in little circles while I'm holding this leash. So it wasn't working. I was trying to walk with her on this leash, and she was not gonna have it. Well, all right. So moving on to, and that's, just one incident with her. But we're going to move on to last night. She went out with her friends, it's a little cheerleading thing. They went out to Applebee's. And she comes back home and she says, I was traumatized. I said, why? Hold on. Wait for this one. When she was, just learning how to, eat in there and, sit down in a little restaurant. Well, her dad, Brandon, had taught her to do the whole straw thing where you, and blow it and it comes, okay. So when she was younger, we went to Applebee's and we sat down and there was a booth behind us. And my sweet little girl, she gets the straw and she blows it, and the wrapper goes over us. She had a lot of power. We didn't realize how much power she had. Went over us and hit this guy. Oh my God. We were like, oh my God. We were like horrified. And it wasn't my fault. No, it was Brandon's, because he's the one that taught her this. And we were like, oh my. And we're like, oh, we're so sorry. She's hiding under the table now, freaked out. And the guy starts laughing. Thank God he thought it was funny. Because we were horrified that it actually made it from, our table to his, And yes, I know what that says about our behavior. So, again, don't come for me, because we already know. And we don't care. I mean, we're civil, but, Yeah. So that, that did happen. So then she she comes back from Applebee's and she tells me how traumatized she was because they actually sat in the booth that she was sitting, that the guy was sitting at that. And I was like, yeah, yeah. She says, of course I had to tell everybody. Yeah, she definitely had to after all that. But yeah, it definitely was something to see. Surprised the crap out of us that it made it all the way over to that guy. Yeah, so anyway, it's always the youngest one, right?